Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Vibes grow. New ideas with a sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Uh-uh. Nah, I can't. You got to come in and refresh. All right, Molly. Whenever you can come back in. Ain't no problem. Good morning to everybody. I hope that y'all having a good morning. As you slide in here, please make sure that you like the Morning Mac Show page. Don't be afraid to say hello. You don't have to watch from the background. You can join in with us, join in on the conversation. Um, I already know we're gonna be talking about some good stuff today. Whenever it's this uh backup team type of thing behind Reese and she has to take a hiatus, I just know we get into our own little conversations. So I've been enjoying it this far. and I know we're gonna be hitting on some good things. So whenever Molly slide back in here, you get that situation together. I don't hear anything yet, but until you get it straight, I got it. I can talk to the people for a little bit. I ain't tripping, but I can't hear nothing yet. Let me see if I hear E. Unmute your mic. Let me see if I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My
So
bad.
Molly having a little issue, whatever. I'm gonna let him refresh and come back in. But um no, the reason why I was saying to touch back on why you was when you said something about how the morning was, and I said that it was a okay kind of morning. I'm not bitching and complaining because my check will be there, but at the same time, if y'all motherfuckers want me to be to work on time, I need my check to be on time. Like, so it seemed like shit just delayed, shit behind, nothing that I'm complaining about. I ain't tripping over, but that's why I said this morning is okay. Cause I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be awake. Don't get me wrong. I'm outside breathing some fresh air and everything, but I just need the shit to be on point. If I'm on point about everything I'm putting out, I need motherfuckers to be on point about the shit that they putting out. But I mean, other than that, it is a decent morning. How's your morning? Let me ask you that. Because you said it was a blessed morning, good morning.
Yeah, well, great morning. Like I said, whenever you made it past, the demons overnight tour, I'm saying, if you made it over that, then there you got a chance to make something happen today. I'm saying
Yeah,
it's early, the early bird get the worm, and like it's a matter how hungry you is.
yeah.
As far as the bills and all that go, I know we touched up on this. Patience is a virtue.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know,
I
it,
mean, my
it's
thing is I don't really trip over nothing that uh I know is coming. That's the thing. Actually removed that from myself. So things that I know is inevitable, things you got to take care of, like rent, bills, expenses, and shit. There's no reason for me to keep being somebody who the fuck wants to be hunched over with a dark cloud on them all the time because they can't, they feel like they can't get to this, can't get to that. I want to take some of that worry off myself. So I actually put a halt to that for real. I don't even really trip too hard about that.
sometimes, like I said, we overthink a situation that we already know the situation is going to be taken care of. I'm saying, and that
Mhm.
overthinking causes us to stress and have all types of emotional breakdowns. Like I said, we all gotta try and see a situation for what it is, and just because you got a letter today saying, "Oh, we want to throw you out," don't mean tomorrow the rent won't get paid.
Yeah. I remember you saying that. I think it was yesterday. If
Yeah,
not yesterday, it was this week because you was saying some good stuff this week. But I
yeah.
remember you
Like
saying that.
like I said, right now, everything that's going on in this world is based on a time period.
Hmm.
And if you notice all around the world, you can't just focus on United States because United States is tied into too many other things for you not to be focused.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. They not telling you that it's six different wars that's being fought. They're not telling you that. They're telling you, oh, we stopped this war, we stopped that war, but they're not saying we're involved in six different wars.
yeah.
I'm saying it's a
I mean, the
whole
fact
lot
that
of.
we don't have no type of channel or nothing that to tap into that shows different what's going on. I should be able to see what's going on over there, just like they should be able to evenly see what's going on over here.
You
I don't know
can
why, I mean, I
no.
know why the narrative is controlled because they have people like Molly be saying sometimes they have people over in other countries thinking that people over here on that 25 cents a day, and some of them for real need that kind of help. So they could use some type of something, but not it's supposed to be internal. But also, I mean, I see why it's weaponized. I see why, but I wish the world wasn't the way it was. I mean, the way it is.
I
I wish it
mean,
wasn't like this.
it's
So,
it's it's the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. One exists off the other.
yeah, and it's always gonna be there, and you
Yeah,
need one
but
to support the other. Somebody got to be up for somebody to be down, and vice versa. Somebody
yeah,
got to
but
be down for
it's
somebody to be up. What's up, Matt? Welcome in.
it's the fact that I don't want nobody ready to have what I have because now you become a threat.
I'm already here. Hey,
That
thank
that's
you, JB, for your notification on the Morning Max Show page. I appreciate that shit.
and
Welcome
and
in.
like I said, As long as you tell society, hey, we're doing this to keep you safe, and society believes it, well
Hmm.
then that's guess what? That's the biggest scam going on.
Yep.
If I can trick a whole fucking nation into doing what I want them to do, then I got to be one of the smoothest mother. You can't be mad at me. You can't be
The
mad at me.
main thing I could witness in my lifetime is 9/11. You know, being somebody just like yourself that's a resident of this area, you
uh,
know, so I'm right. I'm Alexandria, so at the time I'm Alexandria, so Alexandria, Arlington, the Pentagon, all that shit is right. That's connected. As much as it got lines in the map to divide it, that's all one land mass.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's
but
I forgot what they call it. Uh, I forgot what they call it, but it's like a like you said, that's all that's together.
yeah,
Within
yeah,
I think everything within like a 20-mile radius is Pentagon property,
yeah,
basically. I think
yep.
everything in 20-mile radius, and they make sure
Airspace
that
and all of that.
right,
Yeah,
right.
no fly
So
zone. Yeah.
right,
But that's the biggest thing that I've seen in my time would be 9/11, in
I
terms
mean,
of uh, pulling the wool over someone's eyes, using the trauma to not only hide the truth. I don't know, who knows and really read too much about the World Trade Center and what the buildings did and, what their purposes were. The fact that there was an investigation going on at the time and, even
the
the
fact
owner of the World Trade Center up in his insurance at the time, like all that type of stuff.
uh,
But
the
they
fact that it
used the
wasn't
trauma to, I'm going to let you go, but they
yeah.
used the trauma to have Americans ready to kill, ready for blood, ready to see some blood drawn. To be honest, so it's it's a fucked up game. Shit, you tapped out too, Uncle E.
Yo, yo.
I can hear you now. I think
We
Uncle E
we
tapped out, but
back.
I was talking about.
What up, Matt?
I ain't see JB sliding here yet, but I seen his notification on them on the matchup page
Yeah, I
or
seen
whatever.
him in the
I was thinking him
comment.
for that.
What
Might
up,
just be.
JB?
But no, I was just talking about well, he Uncle E was mentioning first, like uh ways that we're manipulated, and I was saying that the biggest testament, even though we talked about it before, was 9/11. That's the one of the things in my time that I recognize as trauma and all that being weaponized, and the American people being like their minds being swayed to be ready to see blood being drawn.
Mm,
They wanted, America, the whole country was for to, trying to kill whoever was responsible for 9/11 and all that. But we had our own shit to cover up on the soil, is what I'm saying. All the money that moved around before this, before 9/11, all that came about. I don't know who really read
Yeah,
into it and or who was just traumatized by it and accepted it as is. But for those that
yeah,
looked
everybody
into it,
get
read any
audited.
books or anything about it, will
Everybody
realize,
getting audited. Yeah,
you know.
they had to
Um,
see what numbers was looking like over there.
yep. Yep.
it
So that was
was
justification to go over there and murk whatever just to to get what they had.
uh,
We opened up the
I
door for they had to do something like that for everybody to be and fall in line and not really question it too much. They was for it.
it's a
You know.
whole lot that was going on in that Middle East as far as 9/11 had to go deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
One thing that they was doing was they was trying to get the tomb of what's his name? What's that king name? It
I
was
ain't
a
gonna lie.
tomb,
Net,
Yeah, I ain't gonna say. Oh, okay.
Neptune.
but yeah, you know y'all know the tomb I'm talking about. They was trying to get the tomb over there. They was also over there trying to fight them Arabs, and they end up hitting one of them oil tankers. That's what ended the war in the Middle East. And not to
Yeah.
mention they dropped a silent bomb on their own people. Yeah, they
Damn.
dropped. Yeah, they like when they said the war was over, they had to drop that payload. So instead of them dropping the payload where they supposed to have dropped it at, they dropped it on American soldiers. The
Damn.
average, the average American soldier that came home from the war in the Middle East had some type of nerve damage.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying
mm.
I know at least four soldiers, well, four youngest. They was youngest than me, but I know
When
at
you
least
say
four.
silent bomb, would that be equivalent to what a EMP is, which is that electromagnetic? pulse type of meaning, like you don't see an explosion, but it's something that occurs in the air. So is it equivalent to that when you say silent? Because I haven't heard of
yes,
silent bomb.
the bomb basically blows up in the atmosphere, and the gases from the bomb. That's basically what like a nuclear bomb. We die from the gases that come from out of the sky. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Once it
the
goes all the way
fallout.
up in the
Yeah.
sky, right? We die
What's up,
from the
Shop Out?
fallout. You know what I'm saying? And like you had it was like I say, everybody gets lost on thinking that these wars really mean something. These wars are a part of population control as well.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Gender
You know what I'm
21
saying?
and a few other things. Yeah.
Right. Now, 9/11 was not supposed to be as big as it was. And George Bush didn't know as much as everybody thought he knew. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
he was
He
he
was a
was he was blindsided.
he was a
Like,
pawn in all this. He was a pawn.
mhm,
This was done by the higher ups. He was a
yeah,
pawn in that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? But it was them saying, now is the time for you to stand up and be this president that you know you're not.
yeah. Use
Your father,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Because you got to remember when Bush Jr. was in the White House, his father was still running shit.
Right.
His
Yep.
father and mother was still running shit. You know, it's funny. It's funny how the little white girl connected all the presidents together.
Hmm.
And if you go back in history, you'll see that George W. Bush, the nanny for George W. Bush at his house, raised Obama. And
Hmm.
Obama's father is an elite, and you never hear no one say anything about Obama's father or mother.
Nope.
He wasn't raised by his mother and father. He was raised by George W. Bush, nanny.
Yeah.
And once I said his Obama is definitely an elite. I don't want nobody to think anything otherwise. His job was never to help the black people, the uprising of the
Nah.
black people.
Nah.
It was never that. It was
Nah.
never that. You know what I'm saying? See, you gotta understand like this. Trump, this is what I like about Trump, but I'm also gonna tell you what I dislike about Trump. What I like about Trump is the fictitious stories that has always been told. He's always screamed on it. No one likes Trump because he made his own money. He scammed his way up to the top, but he made his own money. And once he got there, he's always been a boss. And bosses carry shit a certain kind of way. I'm not gonna be a boss and be around another boss and I know this motherfucker's lying. Nah, get the fuck out of here. That's not what the fuck going on. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck going on. If you want to say something, say the truth. Because you're a fucking boss. There's no need in you to fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to lie. You're a fucking boss. The first time Trump lost his election, I mean, when when he was in the White House and he lost to Biden, he lost because he didn't make a deal with China.
Mhm.
He's supposed to have made some type of deal with China. He didn't make that deal. He was not able to make the cut. He wasn't able to
Yeah.
make the cut.
Yeah. There's plenty
History,
of evidence
history
people
has
being
all
eliminated for not making the cut.
history has
So
already been written. It's a book called 20 years of lies. The book is called 20 Years of Lies. And the book depicts all the lies that they've been telling us about all these major events and
hmm
why these events really took place. It
hmm
also, and if you read the book Beyond a Pale Horse, if you read this book, which was wrote back in 1983, I think.
did this screen freeze? Seemed like it froze out. I hate when somebody in the middle of spitting something and I don't know where they was
Yeah,
going to be able
you
to.
yapping too long. You need to learn how to pass the mic. Now you over there stuck. That's what happened when you talk for like 5 minutes or longer. They freeze you. Nah, don't make some good points, man.
Yeah, he
And
was though.
keep with
He
that.
was.
A lot of people just gotta follow the money. That's why I tell everybody, we know what we was doing. We big dogs. We was going over there to steal, or it ain't had
Yep.
nothing to do with no real war. And at the
Nah.
same time, they put fear in their own people. People were scared to fly. People
Yep.
looked at anybody that looked like an Arab was a threat.
Oh yeah, they had trouble for the longest.
Yeah, if these people did it, why they still in our corner stores and that seven? It's like, nah, something ain't right. And then you find out the dude who just bought the building, he got it insured and he got about
Yep.
10 times more than what it was actually worth.
Yep.
So they know what they was doing, man. They did. It was messed up what they did, but we too educated now and as people.
Yeah.
We a little more advanced than we was back then at
Yeah.
whatever
I will say
age
that.
people was. But it was plenty of videos people saying that no, it was a bomb. We
Yeah,
seen
shit
demolitions
happened was blowing up inside before this
yeah.
shit, Yep.
So just like
Like,
we believe the people or the news, people gonna believe the news. Well, the news said this. I believe the eyewitness that was out there.
I
It's too
believe the
many.
demolition specialist. I believe the architect. I believe them people, the people that
Yeah.
specialize in building design and how things actually supposed to happen. They got
What
to
up,
do
Will?
math. What's up, Slicky? They got to do math, and it's a lot of equations and stuff that go with building design and aerodynamics around a building, all that shit. So it ain't,
Yeah. But
So
I think everything happened by design and
yeah,
plan. When it comes to them people, I don't think they just let things happen. Like when
nah,
things big like that
nothing
happen.
actually happens without it.
Yeah,
Nothing
and
happens.
I got another thing to tell y'all about 9/11, right? About the World Trade Centers, right? First of all, it was a demolition that was it was a structured demolition. And if you go back to the tapes, you can see how each floor was blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Now the
What's up,
funny
Mr.
thing
John?
is it wasn't from the 100th the one I think from floor 105 all the way up to the top. There was no Jewish people or anything in there. For some reason, they took off. You know what I'm saying? It's also it's also a reserve for gold that was in the World Trade Center. For some reason or another, that gold came up missing. The gold
Mm,
came up missing. You know what I'm saying? But from my understanding, the gold was taken up out of there months before the World Trade Center. That's why they hit the World Trade Center for the
right.
gold. So they can say somebody, oh, well, we don't know what happened to a lot of people didn't even know the World Trade Center was a reserve for gold.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was reserved for gold, and it's supposed to been gold in there the day that the buildings collapsed. Now they only tell you about 3 or 4 planes. Altogether, it was 6 planes. Altogether, it was 6 planes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of funny that everybody
Thank you
who
for that
was
notification on the morning page, Mr. John.
yeah, everybody who was flying these planes were of military descent and was trained by our government.
Yeah.
So if the individuals that's flying these planes were trained by y'all, then mentally it would say, damn, well, maybe y'all got something to do with this. Because it's kind of funny how everybody was on a different plane, but everybody has been trained by y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all got all these motherfuckers on the watch list, and for some way or another, you didn't see you knew these motherfuckers in New Jersey was flying toward the White House. How the fuck did you know that?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you know they was flying from? Guess what? Y'all motherfuckers got fighter jets that can get from here to New York in motherfucking 7 minutes. So please tell me where the fuck these fighter jets was at that day. Oh, my bad. They came out
It was supposed to
after.
be a training. The reason why it was supposed to be a schedule training was supposed to be the excuse or reason why they weren't readily available. It was supposed to be a training operation at that time.
Wow, how convenient.
Yeah, well,
How convenient on the most dangerous day of a lot of people's lives. Wow. No, do you know how many bases we have in the United States that have fighter jets?
Yeah.
Do you know how many bases we have on guess what? We the only country that have over 169 bases worldwide.
Yeah.
You got 169 bases. And some countries got motherfucking 15, 20 bases.
Well, I mean, I
United
feel like
States.
we gonna bully people into to fall in line because a lot of these places that are agreeing to this need something. So them treaties and them agreements, whoever the top tier people are, they're still agreeing to, allow this to happen. So, their country or whatever is, but they agree to fall in line for some kind of trade. Somebody's making a deal somewhere.
Okay,
Nobody's going to allow. Hold on, let me see what he has on screen. Him being in Florida. The relationship between Osama bin Laden and the CIA is complex, with historical evidence suggesting the CIA provided funding and support to bin Laden and his I don't want to say that Mujahideen fighters in Afghanistan during the 1980s against the Soviet Union. Later, the relationship shifted to one of intense pursuit, with the CIA 2011 raid on his compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. His historical partnership and blowback. During the Soviet-Afghan War, bin Laden was an ally of the CIA in the fighting Soviets. Reports indicate that bin Laden and his fighters received funding from the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. He helped build facilities in the Coast Tunnel Complex, which the CIA was funded as a major arms and training depot for the Mujahideen.
So
Well,
they
I
was
mean, I know he was over here
allies.
to get medical treatment, period. In Florida, I know about that. So yeah, him being all of this.
And people got to understand as a gang, he was allies, like he
Yeah.
was partners with the CIA,
Yep.
and then they needed to use him, for this little plot that they put together. We can blame it on this guy, like because he refused to sell his oil. You don't want to sell it to us. Okay, we'll find another way to take it. We're just gonna go to war with you. But before this, they was willing to get us through weapons. So it's just like even when they went to war with him, weapons you think they shoot at?
Yeah, right.
It's the same weapons that we funded them with. We funding these people. So it's like, man, this shit is a game, man. I just think they be using each other as the fake enemies to supply the war. And the war brings a lot of money. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
So I was like, they got us. I don't think it's going to happen again probably till like another 30 years. But we're a little too sharp. We know where they coming from.
Yeah, I want to speak on that because I got a little bit. I told y'all, man. I know I get on some people's nerves. All right, the relationship.
Stop saying that.
The relationship between what the CIA ain't telling y'all is the relationship between George Bush and bin Laden was, bin Laden in the United States was every president had his bad guy. Every president had his bad guy that he did arms trades with and all that. The general who did all the selling guns to all these different countries. But let me go past that. But anyway, the relationship is the United States was using bin Laden and his community to fight the Soviet Union. Once they conquered the Soviet Union, and I guess the Soviet Union, quote unquote, supposed to have been gone or diminished. You know what I'm saying? United States, once again, Oliver North case is what I was talking about too. Look it up. But United States, once again, turned on their enemy. You know what I'm saying? On their ally, which was Osama bin Laden. The relationship even goes even deeper because Osama bin Laden and George Bush Jr. They both had the same bank account.
Yeah.
Another thing is the night that they went looking for Osama bin Laden's mother and father was in the White House.
They friends. They all.
Osama bin Laden's mother and father are elites. Osama bin Laden made. Now, this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing, right? Because everybody who was on Team 6, who's on Fox, I think it's Fox Team 6. Everybody who went on that mission is dead now. Those who went on there and they're dead. Every last one of them.
I'm not surprised about his parents being elites, because usually that's how you get in the first place. If you anybody of power, usually it was already power in your bloodline, and that's how you were chosen to even, So you were the top of the top when it came to school, or your grades being summa cum laude and all that type of shit. Like, a lot of that is already looked at and analyzed, who these people's kids are, and how they. A lot of these relationships are orchestrated. A lot of these marriages and stuff are orchestrated for power and to carry money in a certain direction, carry power in a certain direction. But yeah, that's not surprising that his parents are elites. That's usually how you get in. Somebody's cousin. How many fucking celebrities you ain't know is actually Snoop Dogg's actual blood, or just people, certain people's blood. You didn't even know that they, was cousins, and this person came. They totally separate. You won't see people sometimes in the same circle and still be, related to somebody. But yeah,
Now
they bring them
the
in
rap
when they
game,
want to.
yeah,
But they fly in the
man,
head.
the rap game is a little different because these individuals are youngins that come from the streets and then are groomed into an organization and told to be this character. That's why, if you notice, the average lawsuit that they're fighting over is a name. You're fighting for your name. You're
Yeah.
fighting for, like, all right, my name was Snoop Dogg when I came to the industry. Okay, y'all took my brand and y'all contracts up. You ain't Snoop Dogg no more because we bought your name. So now there's a legal battle of, I need my name back so I can get my royalties. But nah, we're not giving your name back. You know what I'm saying? And that's then you hear about them, the smear campaign. Oh, Snoop Dogg, he's on crack now. He's out there selling
Yeah.
his ass or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they give you so many backstories that make everybody who's watching believe what they're saying.
Yeah.
Now, I don't agree with what the fuck they're doing, right? But the only thing y'all prove to me is that he's just a nasty motherfucker. That's it.
Right.
That's the only thing y'all prove, that he's just a nasty motherfucker.
Type
He
shit.
ain't. I hate to say it, but he ain't no nasty than the average nigga out here, dog. So I'm trying to figure, you gonna give him time to be a nasty motherfucker?
I'm at the Diddy parties, y'all. I'm at the Diddy party.
Ain't gonna know. Don't
Nah,
do
but
parties.
that's why they switched their name. A lot of people don't know that, So Diddy, he was smart enough. He understand that, okay, they own this name, so I'm gonna come out. Oh, you Puff Daddy? Oh, now they call me Diddy. So y'all get paid off Puff, but my next year I'm just say
Keep
Diddy.
changing.
Yeah, Code.
I don't know what that little Snoop Lion wave was about. I mean, I enjoyed it while it lasted, but that ain't last too long. I guess he back to being Snoop Dogg. So I don't think nobody took his name in this instant. I think,
Snoop is a bitch. Snoop is a bitch.
Tell me how you really feel.
Snoop has always been a bitch. Snoop has always been a bitch. Snoop is a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
I hate to
everybody
say
say.
that, he's a bitch.
That's what
Hey,
everybody
Not
say
because
in the rap
he-
game. You see
that's
interviews,
man.
the deep ass interviews
Snoop
about
goes.
celebrity interactions. People talk a lot about Snoop.
If you remember, Snoop got on the stage, man. Anybody who do a show for Donald Trump, man, man, you getting taking your
And
hip
he
hop
over
car.
there
And you the first
presidential
nigga
stage and shit.
Yeah, you
with,
gotta remember,
with a
man.
fucking suit on.
Dancing
With a
all
fucking
in your
suit on,
videos
fuck
and
boy.
shit.
You gotta remember, Snoop Dogg came out and called Gail King a bitch. He said, "Yeah, you keep Kobe name out your mouth." You
Oh,
better. And he came back and he apologized. When them people come to him and put him back in line, he understand. So he probably did feel like that. But
He did. Yeah, he did. Somebody made him change that shit.
He
It's
understood.
funny you say something about Gail King.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. You say
Yeah,
something
they
about Gail
removed.
King,
Yeah,
right? Because
let go.
he did. Since they didn't tell her, and she had to find out outside from the media. When she found out, she got on the phone. She closed all her bank accounts. She pulled out all her millions. She sold her motherfucking house in New York. She don't. She she reduced she did her taxes. She closed down all her bank accounts, and now she bought a house in some country. She said, "Man, she getting the fuck away from."
Getting away from jail. Yeah.
She's not what it is.
She getting away from jail. Her name about to come up in some shit. She
Yeah, because it's not gonna go that way. You're not
in
allowed to
this
get that
country.
money.
No,
They think you gonna close off
All
no
them
account.
niggas
what
sleep
she,
in the country,
what she, no,
man.
no,
They know
what
what's
she's
up.
doing, what
Nah,
she's doing,
they
she's
ain't.
doing
They know.
is, what she's doing is she's taking that money, that cash money, and she's putting that up because she had the other day.
Yeah.
No, but remember what I said the other day. Remember
Go
what I
on
said the other
digital.
day, and that was
That shit might not be. By the time she get out of the fire, I don't think it'll be shit left in this country.
He went on the
The
plane
way this
with
shit heading, it seems like it's going.
Hey,
That money ain't gonna mean a motherfucking thing. You just as broke as we are by the time she come around that shit full circle.
all along running.
Everybody
Man.
on the same level by the time she get done. Watch.
I'm just
man,
like,
that lady is 70. That lady is 70 years old.
yeah.
She has tied in with some of the most prominent mother crazy. You're crazy. If you don't think she got backing,
Oh,
she
yeah.
got backing.
They told her. They said, get
And
all
get
your
the fuck
shit,
on.
empty
You
out your
ain't have backing
Get
when
the
you
hell up out
when
of
they
here,
took
man.
you off that motherfucking platform, so you wasn't doing
Exactly.
too.
It's
You
no
wasn't
more.
falling in line that
It's
well,
no
because if you
more.
was, you still be up there like Candace Owens and them all them other
Her
people that I
time
see
And that's
with black with Flair. Nah, they be
Yeah, her
primped
time
up
is
proper like them motherfuckers. She off the board because she ain't. You probably ain't giving what the fuck they need you to give, and you might not be. You know,
when
you don't dip off. You don't run off on the plug. Not with this plug.
when
You don't want.
when you have information, that is damning, and and that word gets back to the top officials, and you find out there's an issue, the only thing you can do is get away from this digital monster. Because as I said, I'm going back to Diddy. If Diddy would have got found guilty, then every lawsuit against him, they would have won. The courts found him guilty for all these acts. So anything, all these lawsuits, he would have lost all of them.
He already
But since
paid
he
them all
didn't,
anyway.
yes.
He paid them motherfuckers for they
But
gas
no,
card.
but listen, listen what I'm saying. Right, but listen what I'm saying. Everybody ain't accept the payoff because a lot of people thought he was gonna get found guilty. Everybody honestly thought this was gonna be the biggest railroad system in the world. But the niggas, he said something locked up and he put it out there for everybody to hear. And that was, you think y'all got everything? Y'all don't have half of what y'all think y'all got. Then he was still extort motherfuckers locked up.
That shit's a state.
That nigga still
Man,
extort motherfuckers
all
locked up.
that shit stay. Diddy in jail. They talk about it. That is to keep everybody distracted. Young Thug case. Who cares about these niggas? It's a dude down the street probably going through the same thing Diddy going through. Ain't nobody worrying about his case. It's to keep people distracted, man. I really just don't. I be laughing like, who really give a fuck about what Diddy going through right now? They do. They constantly push it on the media. Then people be like, Diddy. I don't know that nigga for real, man. That nigga probably weird. He probably all types of shit, But you got people be arguing for him. He really this and he did this, and these people, we don't know these people. All these people is in the clan. I know they all be throwing up the same sign.
Yeah, hitting all that shit.
The same hood, they throw up the same
Uh-huh.
sign. So him, LeBron, all these people, and they all together. They under the same umbrella, and they all pushing the same agendas to keep us dumbed down. So it's all entertainment. They play basketball, some play football. Oh, you don't watch that? Okay, you watch Taylor Swift. Just Swifties out here. Everybody getting distracted.
That's what I meant by somebody for everybody. When I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, I said that there's something that's put in place for every single thing you can think about. The people that are allowed to be on the forefront and allowed to be the top when it comes to social media influencers and all that type of shit. You're doing something that they want you to do. There was some type of agreement. If you don't think the algorithm is real and all that shit, shadow ban and all that type of shit is real, then whatever. But like everything is controlled. It's allowed because you're fulfilling some type of spot they need you to fill for that body of people.
I want to ask y'all something.
What's that?
What's up?
Now, because it's crazy that you said something about the algorithm, right? Now, the other day, I'm sitting here trying to think about I'm thinking about two things. I'm thinking about Amazon. I got to order this part from Amazon,
Yeah,
and I was thinking about shoppers.
yeah.
Right? Why I open my phone and the first two things come to my phone on my Gmail is shoppers and Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
I
Hell
go
yeah.
to that's not even the crazy part. When I go on Amazon, it goes right to the part I'm looking for. I didn't have to search for it, but I never said anything on my phone. Only thing I thought about that shit, and I want to know, does the
Mhm.
algorithm, does it predict your thoughts?
I think it's somewhere around that.
It has.
I think a lot of I know because I've noticed the shift. It wasn't this detailed at first.
Right.
This is top notch. And we're saying anything like CIA, this is top notch, Big Brother like programming, understanding everything about. You could have been talking about the shit. God damn, I need some breaks or whatever. It all of these little things is okay. Let me give you an example. I downloaded a calculator app on my phone. Why the fuck you asking for my contacts? You asking for access to my photos? You asking for access to jump into this and jump into that for me to use a calculator app? All of these things are integrated together. It takes nothing. If you know anything about IP addresses or anything like that, it's nothing to tap into somebody's Ring camera or anything off their Wi-Fi. All of this stuff is one thing. So if you use something like a Chat GPT or AI of any kind or Google Assistant or whatever, all that stuff giving you instant answers, that's because all of this stuff is already, it takes nothing to pull from a database to fulfill that information. Like like everything is under one web. All of this is under one web. Like they can pull up all the information instantly pulled up about everything that you, what kind of car you own, all that type of shit. I was looking into car insurance for myself. Why the fuck y'all telling me about my aunt's car and my cousin's car? Like the fact that you know that, and I'm just using my information that already shows me, like all of this stuff is integrated. I'm looking at personal insurance for my car insurance for myself, not using nobody information my own, and y'all could tell me the car owners, not the car owners' names, but what kind of cars are owned by the house. So use your information really and see what kind of car which y'all own. All this is integrated. All this is together.
But and
Yeah.
we agree to these
Yeah.
terms and policies without reading it. You know, we just scroll all the way. All right, it says, all right, we just scroll all the way to the bottom. It says accept, we push accept, but we don't even know what we're accepting to. They're selling our information, they're telling you that somebody can get into your IP address. But here it is. If you push this button or you do that, them saying they can't do it, the alert will go up. But we don't know none of that because all we want to do is just get the app and just press accept and get the app. When you accept their cookies is their ads and them selling your goddamn information.
Right.
What is cookies?
Your goodies.
I'm trying to tell you.
You out here selling your sweets on.
Nah. Nah, man. Nobody want these sweets, baby. These sweets fucked up. Yeah.
I'm dead. I'm
Mm-mm.
dead.
And people gotta understand how fingerprinting work. You know, like you ain't gotta be somewhere. They can take a cup and just brush your fingerprints off of a scan, and they know exactly who you are. So a lot of people, they hear about it in the movies, but they don't know that shit is real. Like you can scan somebody, badly see what's in it, was out. You see it in the X-ray machine, but they got these machines here. We think it's just looking at us most time. Like, nah, it probably scan our brain. It probably can actually understand and tell everything we thinking about. It's no different than hooking up to a machine and they can read your vitals. They can tell how your heart working, is it beating too fast, too slow. So everybody just think that if you ain't hooked up, but remember, cable, you said to hook up everything. Now most things wireless. Internet, everything actually wireless that can do these same things. You know, so I don't put nothing past them. I think they just doing this to sell us more stuff. They want to know more about us. And when I look at things like that, that make me think they not us. Like for us to actually want to study us so much, that don't make sense. But when we want to study other animals and stuff, it makes sense. We curious. We love to study
I like that
all
point.
types of animals. Yeah, but for them to be studying us, it seems like we the animal out here. That's why they keep counting on everything. Everybody got a number. They want to know what you eating, what you doing daily. It's like, you know how many of us it is? You know what type of technology you gotta have to keep up with everybody doing, but somehow they get it. So I just like, man, I don't know what we get into most of the time, but it's curious. I be thinking, he said, "Molly, this Cliff."
No,
What you
sometimes
talking
I
about,
don't know. Sometimes it might be on point. Sometimes I don't know what the fuck you talking
man?
about. But I mean, you got to put your SSN on everything. So to get your car, all the little things, it's not easy for. I mean, it's not hard for the internet or whatever to pick up on what kind of brakes you need. You probably say, "Damn, my brakes fucked up, Brand. I need it, man. God damn, I don't feel like doing this shit right now." Your phone hear all of that shit. Your phone hear everything you talking about. Like, if we got an app like Shazam, small shit, I pay attention to that. Before your phone did it, before YouTube did it, and all that shit, the only thing you can have to find a song really was Shazam. Google didn't do it, none of that. Now all of it does it. But if you have an app that is picking up on the sound waves and telling me what a song is, it's playing from across the street, I'm pretty sure that you can, like, you know, you can pick up on my sound waves. You know what my voice is. You know what, you know. So you know, it's not it's shit be right in front of your face, but it be presented as a luxury, and then it's not paid attention to. You got to fall in line with something. You gonna look. You know, you're gonna pay attention to upgrade.
Hey, would y'all believe that there is really no murder that is unsolved?
No what?
There's no murder that's unsolved.
Oh,
I don't think there's anything under Big Brother's eye that he can't solve.
No, I'm saying that because look, guess what? Google Earth, right? You can go on Google Earth and you a 1/1,000,000th of a spot. Like you can go all the way from this satellite all the way down and look at a fire hydrant on a certain block and all that. So if you can,
I don't believe in satellites.
No, I mean I believe in satellites. I just don't think they all the way up as far as they say.
Okay.
But at the same time, Earth works 24 hours a day. How can you not go to this particular spot where this dude got shot, right? And go right there, find out who shot him, and then retrace the spot. You can do that because Google Earth records. So that means it goes back.
But it's also dead zones, and those people can control. And the reason why I say that is because when I'm driving around some of these military spots and all that around here, I got a base right in my road. The buildings that are there, it'll be a big ass building right there, and it will not show me on the map. But it will take me up the street past it, and it'll be just regular. It'll look like grass, depending on if you got the 3D shit on where it's supposed to be satellite. It'll look like it's just a grass field. There's a building right there. They can control what they put on the map.
That ain't how Google Earth work. It ain't no live footage.
It's a car.
That is live footage. They go around and they take pictures of areas, and then that's it. Like I can pull up Google Earth and pull up where I'm at right now. That's gonna be from months ago, sometimes a year ago. That's why you can put up like a school that's getting built right now. If you put in that, add that, so that's why you don't see them solving murders, because they ain't dead doing the murder. They just go. You see the cars they ride around with the big camera on top, and it say Google Earth on it, and they go around and they snap pictures. That's why you see people on them sometimes. That person not actually dead live. He was dead.
But you gotta have an aerial view. Still got to be an
Yeah,
interview.
but you just snapping a picture of that time and day. It ain't live, So it's like I can take a picture right now, but tomorrow that picture's still gonna be on Google Earth if you're looking for that store, that location. It ain't like it's live footage. That's what you're assuming. It's live footage. Like they can go in there right now and see what people doing right now. And that ain't Google Earth. That ain't how it works. They just
I, I just think that's the part of Google Earth that we're allowed to use.
Oh yeah, that can be it. That can be it. But they can tap into any cameras. They wouldn't need everybody to put these little doorbell ring cameras on there. They ain't got nothing out here that can look at everybody live.
Okay, well, guess what? Guess what?
Around.
Your iPhone takes a picture of you every 15 seconds.
What?
You know what I'm saying? When you pick your phone up, yeah, your iPhone takes a picture of you every 15 seconds. When guess what? You don't have to open your iPhone because the iPhone takes a picture and when it's off, it takes a picture of your face and cuts on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my phone up, then it'll cut on. You understand? Well, you know what I'm saying, but
yeah,
you also got to remember these TVs are monitors. You can look inside of any TV. It's TV in everybody's room, so you can always monitor anybody in any house at any time.
Yeah, but what people gotta understand is that it's like a kid in the room. Siri and all this stuff is like kid in the room. Like if you don't ask them to go get you something, sometimes parents forget they there. They get to cussing and talking, and they think kids ain't listening. I remember being a kid, and you just sitting there watching TV or something, and adults having an adult conversation. They might forget you there, and I think that's what it is with Google. But when you're not asking, they sitting there like a kid, just listening to everything. Waiting for you to say, "Hey Siri." That's how it's there to respond. If it ain't listening, how would it know to respond? So
well, people don't read the terms and conditions on anything.
I went to school for telecommunications. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And remember Marley, remember me and you was together down in Delhi in 2004 when all this COVID shit happened. And the number one thing I kept on saying was what? Marley, there's no such thing, no fucking COVID. What everybody is dying from is radiation. Everybody's dying. Radiation is like a microwave. It kills from the inside out. So why is everybody dying from all these congestion problems? There's nothing in the air that's gonna fuck your congestion up. And then everybody fucking had, then everybody be fucking dying. The only ones who was dying, was the ones who was closest to these towers. And then my question is this. Right. On a major level, like I said, they popcorning us. They popcorning us. Since this COVID shit hit, everybody has congestion problems. Everybody has headaches and all this. Everybody, like all these ailments that wasn't really bothering people are really starting to bother people more now. Too many people complain about their body hurting at a young age. You're not old enough for your fucking body to be hurting. Oh,
well, everybody I know that I hear that from personally be sitting on their ass. So if you exercise, get out a little bit, that doesn't fix everything. But the people that I hear a lot of common shit from, and then I ask them or I can observe, it speaks for the outcome.
Just
some things are out of your control. I'm not insensitive towards nobody's health, but some things are, really be like, they might not be aware, but it's this should be.
What made me so more upset about the whole COVID incident was you go from telling us oh, it's a brand new disease and it's killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's spread across the world, right? And I'm like, what's one thing that's all across the world? Towers. What are they putting up all everywhere across the world? Towers.
Mhm.
Why are they telling us don't come out? We got we have a curfew at 10 o'clock at night, or I mean 8 o'clock at night. But then when I come outside, it ain't nothing but Pepco trucks
Yeah.
everywhere.
And that's
5 Pepco trucks every 3 blocks. So now I'm asking the question of what the fuck is y'all putting on these wires and all this shit that's causing everybody to be fucked up?
Mm.
It's something that y'all are putting in every community. Every
Yeah.
fucking community y'all are putting. Oh, and this is the shit that had me so very upset because they killed this little bullshit, whatever the fuck they call this shit. And like I said, I need y'all to get that book, Beyond Behold the Pale Horse, because it tells y'all about this COVID shit. And the book was wrote in 1983, and it tells you about this COVID shit.
Mhm.
It tells you about the AIDS. Like I forgot who I was talking to this morning, but I said, do y'all notice the pattern? White people, these white CEOs, for some reason, hey, you got these out of country people running up on them, shooting them, killing them, whatever. Now you got all the black actors that's drowning. Either the black actors or the movie stars, whatever. Either they gonna drown, or they have a
Hold on, real
stroke.
quick. You got somebody slide through here. Hey, whatever like that. No, it's the master plan. David Funny
What's
Man
up?
Green.
What's up, Big Joe?
Boy, you look like you off today. He like you ain't doing
What's
shit
up?
today, boy.
Funniest man in the world.
Funny man. What's up, bro?
David Green.
Yeah, but you can keep going on the conversation. You ain't gotta stop,
Hey,
bro.
man, it's
You
like
ain't gotta stop.
these,
We keep the conversation, bro.
No, I want to see how his day was going, man.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. That's what's up.
you see, my man on the call, he popping in, he gonna push up. My man ready. He getting back on the field day.
You here now, boy?
Yeah, that's cool though. But nah, you right. That 5G shit been playing and pop. But when they was putting it out, people was talking about it. People ignored them. That jab was crazy, but when people was talking, I was just starting to see that this has been a trend for a long time. Back in the day, when people were saying we don't need to immigrate and do all this stuff, people was considered crazy. Then later on they pay for it. So it's like everything that people be trying to avoid, and then later on they say, "Oh damn, we messed up." It's damn, we messed up. It's like when we gonna start listening to the youth, because it seems like it's always the kids, because they just tapping in, they can see more than we can see at that young age, and they got that energy to fight against it. But we go against them and say, "You don't know what you're talking about." But then you think about who started the Black Panther party and how young Martin Luther King and them was when they was getting started. It's like they was young. They allow these young 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds to be great and support them and get behind them so we can actually get things done. But instead, it's this division thing. Nah, you don't know what you're talking about. I've been voting for 30 years. Yeah, you've been voting for, like,
Yeah.
y'all don't understand what we did to vote. You don't know how many people died so you can have the chance to vote. It's like you don't know how many people back then decided not to vote. And you read a lot of old stories, it was people fighting against it back then. They was like, nah, we're not trying to get with their system. So now that we hear and people complaining about it, it's like we gonna listen this time. We're gonna actually come down and talk to each other. Whites and blacks, Spanish, all is the poor actually gonna come together, or they gonna keep using these techniques like Walmart, and then they come out with a shirt to divide the people. Now you got people online that's talking about that dumbass shit. Oh, it's a Nazi joint, but that's what they do to keep us divided, because they know they ain't got to deal with us down here at the bottom. At the top, they black, white, Spanish. At the bottom, think we got to be in this rat race. That's why they say, "What's your race?" They got us in the rat race. At the top, they working together, man. We got to get out there.
I like that, Marley. I definitely like that. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, man, like, it gets tiresome. It gets tiresome knowing that it's a whole fucking game. Our livelihood, they don't want to see. They don't want to see past nothing but monetary gains and shit that ain't going to get them nowhere in life. I'm saying, you to try and sit down and have the conversation that we have on a daily basis with some of these youngins would be worthless. Worthless. Majority of them ain't gonna know half of the words we saying. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them don't care what's going on in the world because they don't know nothing but their own block. But at the same time, I'll say this, and I will apologize to every youngin on the face of this planet. When this COVID shit hit, them youngins got left for dead.
Yeah.
They got left for dead. They had the COVID was the worst time of some of these children's lives because they were locked in houses with predators and abusers and everything you could think about in the sun. And then they had a school system that put them on a computer for them to sit in front of a fucking computer 8 hours a fucking day, thinking they're gonna learn something.
Mm.
You tell us that we have to put a virus in our body and then take the antidote. But this virus could possibly kill you. But if you don't take this antidote for this virus that we're going to put in you, you can't work. I've
Yeah.
never seen such a bullying tactic as long as I've been alive. And then this is how we make things better. Oh, society is mad about the shot, so let's just give them some money and they'll shut the fuck up. Go buy some stupid shit they don't need, and we ain't got to worry about them again.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, it's the same shit. The people with money don't want the people without money to have money. And the people who don't have money, the little bit money they have, they think it's the fucking world. So they tend to curry the people or drag the people that surround them like they're so much better. You in the same fucking crab barrel as everybody else. Just because you at the top don't mean you gonna get the fuck out.
Yeah, where they at is fine. I mean, like, it's solid for them. People are. It's not even about the barrel anymore because people know that they in a barrel, and they still. When you know that you're in a barrel, or you know you a crab in the first place, like, you identify what's actually going on. That's supposed to change, like, the agenda behind that crab in the barrel mentality. So if people are still digging and scratching, trying to be better than the next person, they're not gaining anything when,
It's
by being
amazing.
woken up to the fact that there's a barrel in the first place to climb out of.
That's our biggest problem in society is identity. And going back to what Marley said about Martin Luther King, see, we got to remember one thing, and that is, first of all, we're not disliked. We're not disliked. We're all creeds. We are hated by all creeds. We even hated by our own. Martin Luther King, and I know a lot of people want to feel some type of way about this, but Martin Luther King was an alcoholic. Martin Luther King went to jail several times. Martin Luther King, a following though.
Mhm.
He had a following. So guess what?
Yeah.
He's the one who said, I have a dream. See, Martin Luther King was not with. Let's invite these people over and we all gonna live together. That American dream. We're gonna live this fantasy life. We're gonna live happily ever after. He was a pawn. He was a pawn to deliver this message that is gonna be. Hey, guess what? You motherfuckers ain't got all on. But guess what? We're gonna preach this peace shit to you. Peace ain't. Guess what? We lost every fucking thing we done had in life through peace.
Yeah.
Through somebody saying, hey, it's gonna be peaceful if you do it like this. Just like Trump and then went over there to Africa and said, hey, we want to bring this shit over there. You keep that nasty shit over there. The only reason why these countries are even funding Africa right now is because Africa has mountains of the shit for these mountains of that shit. And guess what? It only takes a fingertip to make one of these iPhones from this material that they get. It only takes a fucking fingertip. And they cannot explain the material they're getting because the material, while it looks flat, it has over 100 layers. This one piece is put into this phone, and it makes this phone operate the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's some type of
What's up, Damien?
ancient molecule or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying it's an ancient molecule that basically the historians back in the day, back in BC and all that, this is what they was using. Computers are not new. Phones are not new. Watches are not new. They just make it like it's new because, hey, then that means we didn't make motherfucking thing. So if they erase that, and then they say, hey, no, we made watches in 1951. I don't know nothing about history, so I guess the watch was made in 1951.
Yeah, but when I look at hieroglyphics, I look at the inside of tombs. When I look at things that are carved into stuff that will be, it's stuff that's built that we can't explain. And I'm already seeing evidence of those technologies. I know that existed way before time. I mean, if for us to even have a building, for things to have transpired before today's time, and we're saying we lost the technology to be able to do the same things already done, or we can't explain why the pyramids were built. If we're lacking knowledge on those basic things, something that still exists, then I don't need for people external to try to explain too much to me, because it's a lot that we can't fill in the gaps for.
It's not okay, inside your brain. It's already inside your brain. This is inside your brain. This is
Well, digging.
this is the biggest secret. The biggest secret is your memory. When you go and you investigate these places, parts of your memory come back about these places. See, they don't want us in these places because these places have energies that bring all our energies back to where it was. These are places that, like I said, as soon as you walk on the grounds, you start to feel certain kinds of ways and all that.
Do you have any elements in your house that assist with that
Yeah.
before you get to that body of land?
The
If you don't know
darkest room,
what
the
elements
dark,
that.
the darkest room in your house, sit down and be by yourself and open your eyes, and a lot will be told to you. But you got to be mentally away from this earth. And I just gave you a way for you to connect to a lot of shit. Listen where the information's at. No. See, no, that's very important.
No, I'm listening to you. I understand.
The answers to a lot of our problems a lot of things that we ask about the past and all that. You find a closet. You sit in that closet and you be one with yourself and you ask questions. And I promise you, everything that you're asking, the truth is gonna come to you. You may not believe it. You may not believe it, but the truth is gonna come to you.
Mm-hmm. The isolation does bring
It's time
clarity.
for
You're right.
why is it permitted in the Grand Canyon that we can't go to?
Well, they're all
We from
over our
that
soil, but a lot of the stuff is
right.
concealed. A lot of the shit you just think is a mountain now. A lot of stuff is right in front of us. We just some just don't know that it's there because we have them all.
You
We
got
have pyramids
pyramids
all
in
over
Washington D.C.
America. You know, all these building
You have to
symbols
put
and everything. Some of the architecture we can't recreate. The dimensions behind the math behind angles and buildings were even built the way they are, and the shapes and the intricate designs and all that shit. There's mathematics behind that. Even there's math behind how the pyramid is. You know, this
now,
power
I want
of
you
it.
to know
All the evidence is right here
no, I want you to know something.
for the most part.
I want you to know something. And I'm gonna say this to everybody. That's bullshit that you can't do anything. That's bullshit. It's bullshit about technology being lost and all that. How you gonna lose something you already had? It's impossible. How can I? If you had the mind, no, I just go to the originator. I don't go to the recreator. I go to the originator. If the originator is not there, then I'm saying then okay, I would have to go to the procreator. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that you can find out information, anything you want to know. But it's like I said, I think the world is waking up to the fact that black people or colored people or complexion people, however you want to do it, all these sanctuary places for us not to get our memory back and for us not to receive our proper energies. We have so many places around the earth that have these properties and these energies, but it's kind of funny that the military bases ain't built on. The government is built on the other ones.
When you say something about properties and energies, that's why I asked you for clarity, whether it be
The way that houses have been built is you have a lot of copper. You have a lot of the foundation has to be steel, cement, and all that. These the energies from coming inside of a house. That's why it's so easy for an evil entity to get into your house. There's no energies for you to ready to fight off other than your
there's
word.
nothing that rewards that to God or whatever. There's nothing that you can't repair.
You hear what I said?
You know, there's
No. You didn't hear what I said. In this world, it's the word. Remember, before anything, there was the word, right? Which lets you know the power of your words. If words created this world, if God's words created this world, right? If you're a child of God, why aren't your words just as strong as of your father or your mother? Because you had to have a mother and a father. You know, and I think it's very crazy that the Bible doesn't speak about God's wife.
right.
You know, like history does not make it known that ain't nobody becoming these billionaires, they're not becoming this shit by themselves. It takes a team. It takes a team for these people to get together. And me saying that I'm saying like this. I honestly have an idea, and like I said, I really want to. And more, this is a part over 2 years ago, but didn't really. It was an idea, but I don't know if he forgot. I don't know if he just one time. Marley, do you remember the poll you was talking about? I mean, not the poll, the pool. Remember the pool you was talking about? Was Marley there?
You know, he been doing something real
Oh,
quick.
okay. Well, the pool would be like this. We would take 8 to 10 people, or how many people we had. No matter how many people we had, we would take and we would put up at least $20 to $30. You know what I'm saying, into account every 5 days. Everybody take $20 or $30 and you put into account every 5 days, right? Everybody, the account will be for everybody to come up with a plan, and one by one we invest into that plan, and we become weak. So we're not asking nobody to help us to do anything. We're going to create our own shit. You want a business, then we can all collectively look into what we have to do to help this individual get a business. Okay, you want to do mental health, then we all collectively look into what has to be done to help this person, get to mental health. Whatever you're trying to do, that way you're not going through nothing today. You're not going through nothing today. We're all going through it. We're all going to figure out whatever problem it is.
Let me read a comment real quick about, it was spinning off of what you were talking about Jesus' wife. I didn't read the whole thing yet, but it says, Mary Magdalene was Jesus' wife, and she was the one that cried on his feet. Any of you who have not sinned, cast the next stone. I'm sorry. Pharisees, any of you who have not sinned, cast the next stone to protect her. That's a husband, and that's his wife. Okay. Thank you for the comment, Damien. Okay.
No, it's like I say, it's history has, and we see it today. History has promoted male dominance and fuck the female.
Mm.
And like I said, and I use this as a personal example. If it wasn't for the fact that I have some very beautiful, strong women in my life, you know what I'm saying, I possibly wouldn't be here. I possibly wouldn't be here because there's been times that I've been at my lowest chakra and was ready to say fuck it. Like I said, I've put myself in situations so I could get dogged. I ain't gonna dog myself, but I put myself in a situation. Okay, it is what it is. I'm happy, but at the same time, my selfishness. That's when I recognized that I had a selfishness problem, and the problem was there's no problem that I had that I can't find somebody to talk to and get some type of understanding.
Right.
And like I said, sometimes you gotta recognize that your environment may be the biggest thing that's your destruction. That you look for love, then I don't recommend you be around a lot of people. Because when you're around a lot of people, you get so many different energies that it tends to fuck with your mental. Because one person can say they don't like you, and that'll fuck your whole night up. One person. One person saying they don't like you will fuck your whole night up. Not that you really even give a fuck, but it's still, why would they say? Like I said, I honestly want to, like I said, we talk about helping each other and building each other up. Well, let's put our brains together and let's start building some shit together. Because if we start with ourselves as an example, more people will be prone to jump in and want to do better. It's about us doing better. It ain't about us being content. It's about us moving forward and like escalating.
Mm-hmm.
All that going back that now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, every day is a good day for everybody. So sometimes individuals may need to come on here and speak about their mental health.
Yeah.
Because we all all struggle with mental. Smallest thing that somebody say
Yeah.
can help the next individual day be a whole lot better.
That's so
Everybody,
right.
everybody got, yeah, everybody got their
That's so
trials
right.
and tribulations. Different characters, but majority of the time, it's the same scenario.
Yeah.
And like I said, I get on this, I get on y'all podcast because I'm an individual. Like I know I'm not the greatest person in the world. I've been through, then hopefully a lot of people won't go through the shit I've been through, and we can all come together and like we can achieve some shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's crazy. You got all these programs out here, and the programs are nothing about rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a bunch of rhetoric. You know what I'm saying, like I have my own home improvement company, right? I'm on some. Let's go find a house. Let's get the paperwork for this house. You know what I'm saying, and let's do this house, and let's have somewhere where people struggling can come to, and they can find somebody to talk to that's gonna give them some real information. You know what I'm saying, I don't want nobody that's been in the textbook for the last 10 years to tell me what the fuck I'm going through. I want
Right.
somebody that's going through or has been going through what I'm going through. I want somebody that like the jury pool. The people that I'm looking for will be a jury pool of people of my peers that's going through the
Mm-hmm.
same shit as me. Not no people that, hey, I'm a lawyer, but I live in your neighborhood. You ain't no jury. You ain't no motherfucker my peer. You ain't never had no fucking conversation. A peer is somebody you have a conversation with. Someone that can basically touch bases with you on what you're going through. If we can get more people out here to talk to these youngers, these middle ages, and these older people, if we can get some people out here that can honestly go to them and talk to them about what they're really going through, they won't be going through what they're going through no more.
When is a meeting going to be put to a date?
And then
You know,
another
every time we
thing,
have this conversation on this platform, I love seeing different energies on here. So I would want everybody to feel like they coming across this platform with the ability to speak their piece and speak on some real, will stand 10 toes down on what it is that they believe in, or what's on their mind. I love this variety, but I keep asking everybody, okay, well, when's the meeting? When will the first meeting be? Because it's easy to talk this shit, and I'm not speaking on nobody's timeline because I don't know what effective movements anybody made on here other than like Molly or myself or whatever. Time I keep asking everybody when's the meeting, and um how can I say it? There's a lot of potential in a lot, but I noticed people don't really tend to not really want the things that they say. Whether it's a movement really want when it comes down to it, because I'm one of the people that I usually have the skills, have some knowledge to speak on when it comes to like making some movements or some change with that. And I'm speaking from younger person to older people that got a little time on me. People don't really be about that shit, you know. When they really get down to the actual putting in work, bringing out a notepad, writing down our first steps, that's when they're mentioning things. So that's why, like these type of I love all these type of conversations, but I pull back until I see somebody pulling out something to write down and retain something, so we can get back to it. Because what I see, what I hear is a lot of good intention, but what I see is a lot of like a washing machine talk. It just keep, So I want to know when's the first meeting. That's
the
what I want to know.
meeting,
A time that everybody can get together and really discuss who can do what or how, what the mission is. Because we're never going to get it if we're always talking about it. I'm looking for older. I've been looking my whole life mostly for older folks that can be of influence, but most of them ain't got no more drive than I do for certain things. So
so let this since we're all right here. See, okay. So what we can do is we can answer that, but let's pick a let's pick a day that we speak on mental health.
Well, I know you can. We can have any Wednesday for that. I'm talking about like and I don't even want to be limited. So I want to add any idea and put it in some steps that get us there. But we already have days that we can utilize, like Wednesdays, to really get into the mental health and really get into the subject on a real tip. Not the lighthearted shit, not the surface level, but we can really get deep on it if that's what you want to do. But I'm talking about the real movements, the shit that everybody complain about with shit being tight, resources, all that type of stuff. I want to know when's the meeting.
Okay, now we can have that whenever, but everybody has to have an idea with some foundation.
Yeah, but I ran into situations where, as a younger person, speaking to people that have an entity or say they do, or have a drive and say they have, there's a drive behind what they're speaking on. Not highlighting anybody specific, but I'm not gonna keep being the one with all that can happen. So it's made me a quieter person when it comes to sharing ideas and stuff. Because I hear more talk and then I see movement and steps. For the most part. So that's why I just stay back.
Well,
hey, shout out David said what's up to you. I mean,
okay, well,
David,
Hey,
shout
what's
out
up?
say what's up to you.
how about my bad. What's up, big guy? How about that? And we can say next Friday we're gonna have a meeting somewhere, and the meeting will be based on our first project, and we can just all come together and figure out what that first project will be. And everybody's given a role, because, like I said, it's not no big IBU. Everybody's equally open to the critiquing of the idea, so we can make things happen. Like I said, at the end of the day, is we have the format that we need to build anything. We can get in contact with each other just like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As far as pen, paper, and all that, I don't mind. I can write real good. I can spell real good and all that. It's like I said, it's
Let me read myself. Not cutting you off, I want to read this comment as it popped up. Since COVID, we've been conditioned to be Since COVID, we on the damn street just saying drop the mic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's but no. See, only thing this format is giving us is a chance that, since we're not all in the same area, we can communicate through this. You know what I'm saying? We'll find a way. It's just us coming up with an idea and going from that point. Of course, the footwork has to be done.
I've seen this year, and I'll be a part of certain equations. I've myself been, but for the most part, for it to have been the beginning of certain movements that I see visually, I went out of my way for things that was considered to be entertainment for anybody to ask me to do. I've seen the leaps and bounds people willing to go for other things in this circle right here, and not for anything that's actually pushing something forward. So so I mean, I hear that.
I mean, this first conversations or projects that y'all know have wanted to be on. I can only give you my energy. And my energy is like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't mind doing the footwork. I have time. If I gotta go here and get paperwork to do this and do that, I don't have a problem with it. I've been doing it before. You know what I'm saying?
No, everybody has a clean slate. Don't get me
I,
wrong. So when I come across somebody new word to me as yourself, for instance, everybody gets a clean slate. So I would never take what I've seen. I don't care if I see 500 people do the same thing. You're gonna get your clean slate because I'm just typically on your mind. So from what I'm even learning in the first place in the conversations you have, I know certain things can happen because your mind is even there to bring it up. So it's not about that. Everyone gets a clean slate. Like everybody gets a
I
free,
just want to
chance to be themselves 100% and show and display who they are. You know.
okay. Well, I know what our first probably we're gonna serve Thanksgiving dinner
Okay.
to one of these blocks, corners, or whatever. That's
Not a problem. When is the first? When can we call for the first meeting to talk about it? I have a problem, and I know people that behind me that will help me.
I'm available
with that.
all day. So y'all everybody can have my telephone number. Y'all can open my number on y'all phone right now. Y'all want to call, talk about something. Man, you going through. Name is Uncle E, and I carry that name with pride.
Yeah. Yeah, every should carry their name with pride. It's a gesture that shows respect and stuff. Anyway, for people to refer to you as that.
Don't get it twisted. I know how to cook real good. Like we can meet up whenever y'all want, and all we gotta do is get the material, and we can make it happen.
It can happen.
I'm not beefing with nobody. I have no problem with nobody on this face of this earth. We can go to any block you want. We can go to several blocks. I just want to go out, and I just want to make it where it's going to be rough for a lot of people this year. The churches are giving out chicken, turkeys. Like, we can just cook like about 5 or 10. Man, we can all get a turkey and cook that shit. And just like I said, we just go to these blocks and we feed these people, man. Because it's going to be cold. And, man, like, it's going to be a lot of hungry people, though.
Well, I got two sources of transportation when it comes to really getting something effective done. Yeah. Not no little shit, because the people that can help them with, they ain't worried about helping with those silly shit. But if I put the word out there that I'm trying to make a move happen, then they would definitely get me to wherever I need to be to make that happen. So
I have a whole little program together for it. I don't like I said, this is something that I love doing because, like, I'm a Gemini, so I love any kind of project. Anything that I can do that's going to help the next person, I'm really with. I'm really with. And another thing is, see, this would be early in. This would be a kickstart because once you feed the individual, then we'll be able to communicate with these people and find out what's really going on. Because for real, a lot of people that's on the streets, they just need some backing. They'll follow the line if they got some backing and some help. That's all they need. These fake ass organizations, they come talk to you. Right, you need anything? Here's $15 gift card, and they don't talk to you for the next 3 months. But they get paid every month to write a report and say, "Oh, I ain't seen this person. I ain't seen that person." No, you ain't seen them because you don't want to go see them. The people don't have money to get to where they got to go for mental health. They don't get checkups out here. It's a lot of things these people need, but nobody's out here helping them. And definitely not just feeding the motherfuckers nothing. Just giving somebody food after motherfucking school is nothing. You're not communicating, trying to figure out what's going on with these kids, with these older individuals. You gotta have conversations in order to help people. But you gotta make sure that you have that route to do that. Like I said, I done been through hell and back. It's been plenty of days I wish I had somebody I could talk to. But at the end of the day, I didn't. And I had to deal with it myself. So before I found somebody else in that situation, I don't give a damn what you want to talk about. Let's talk. If it's going to make your day better, let's talk. If you're going through something, let's talk. If you just need, you ain't even got to say it's you going through some shit. Because guess what? I done been through just about everything you can think of. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for me to try to give you some type of understanding would be a gift. That's the gift that God gave to me, and I'm trying to give to anybody else. The gift of understanding and knowing that, man, like, guess what? You ain't at the end of your road. You at the beginning. Every decision you make, you making a different race to go forward. Some people are just stagnated because, like I said, they're going through so much shit, They medicate with drugs all day just so they can get that shit off their mind. They don't care about, they don't care how hot it is on the streets. Because guess what? Don't nobody give a fuck about me anyway. So why the fuck would somebody give a fuck if I'm laying in the streets? I ain't got nobody. I'm living in the fucking shelter. I got family. My family don't fuck with me.
Right.
We got like say, it's a matter of if they don't have a family, let's make them family. Because guess what? Individual family will build confidence up. And if they build their confidence up, then guess what? They're gonna get the fuck up, they're gonna go wash. I go sit down, I talk to them. Like I know y'all going through something, man. Man, you don't mind, man, smoke whatever the fuck you want to smoke. I'm here because you going through something, son. The fuck, I don't give a fuck. Look, that's your drug of choice, not mine. Do what you do, dog. I smoke weed 90 going north. I'm no different than this goddamn crackhead, other than my choices are different. I'm no different than this damn dope fake. My choices are just different. I know better than this nigga. I'm no better than him. My life ain't even better than his. Trials and tribulations you go through, you know what I'm saying? There's no difference. So why would I look down on you because you have a abuse problem? I'm no better than you.
Yeah.
Just like I pull up to the gas station, dude. Oh, can I pump your gas? Fuck no, you can't pump my gas, but here's $1 because you had I help you. And it's the same way.
Damien said, "Preach, brother, preach." He said, "That's some good shit right there." One of the commenters was talking about what you talking about.
I'm just an individual, like I said. The whole world is not going to be good. The whole world's not going to be good. But I promise you, if you turn some of the individuals that's having a fucked up life right now, if you turn them in the right direction and you walk with them, you'll be surprised of the angels that they really are. They just trapped. We can help a lot of people, especially the individuals who've been in jail. Like everybody else. It shouldn't be, but it's normal to us. Oh, he got killed. Oh, okay. But we have the power to stop a lot of individuals from keep putting themselves in situations. You know what I'm saying? We all have a follower. Whether you want to believe it or not, we all have a big follower. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, we got to take some of these individuals that's following us and we got to make them examples. Show individuals, okay, look, if you follow me, this is what's going to happen. That's how you help your community. These social workers, the small, this the shit pissing me off. Guess what? These people with mental health issues, all the social worker has to do is go find them housing and then sign a piece of paper and give it to the psychiatrist or psychologist, and guess what? They have housing. But DC does not do that. It's a whole hustle. Yeah. DC is a whole hustle. They don't do that. They don't want their homeless to be in houses. Not when I can have somebody with a job paying for this house. You understand? That's why Trump is saying like this. You've been in this goddamn house 20 years. You were in this house. Let somebody else who needs this fucking house, let them go in there and pay the fucking rent. $16. We gotta put what's important in front of us and stop putting what's important behind us. But I didn't say too much. Y'all go ahead.
What's up, Ronald?
Nah, you good. I've been trying to get in. I know my mic ain't working on the laptop, so I came over on my phone.
Yeah, it wasn't working. Every time you popped in, I ain't hear nothing.
About 2 days ago, me, Hakeem, my boy Terrence, and his program. I'm gonna post the videos. I think King posted some pictures, but we had plenty of meetings. We got meeting every Monday. My boy Eagle at Ben's Chili Bowl with the owners of today's Chili. Ben's Chili Bowl. Then we got the meeting every Wednesday with the team, with the sports, with the podcast. So Just depend on the teams y'all on. You know, that's how I look at it. I'm in plenty of meetings. Half of these people don't even know each other. I've just been trying to find a way to bridge everybody together so it can make things a lot easier. But I just think it's still come on us, you know, as the individual. You know, it's like I can sit back and just wait on somebody else to do something. Or I can call people and say, look, this is what we doing. So you got people that's leaders and you got people that's waiting to follow. It don't matter which one it is. It just matters that you're around a circle of people that's willing to do some good.
Mhm.
And that's what it been for me. So trying to get more of us to do different things. Like if Trey want to start a business and he come to us and it's 20 of us, this what Trey trying to do. We all put up $20 at least start to get him his paperwork, whatever he need, whatever equipment he need. Once he gets started, he can start hiring these young kids or people in our program. That's a job outlet he can go to. So, and it build on from there, whatever the next person doing, the next person do things. Like them, they throw parties, they throw events and things like that, you know. So I'm still supported, but it's about 20 of them in different that come together and throw one big event. And that's how you see it on any network we see. You can watch the NFL game, the Super Bowl, Boston. You see all this, but you got a lot of people here thinking in this competition thing. That's what they doing. You know, we gonna do it better. We gonna know these big companies be like, look, what we need to do to come together to throw this big event where it's gonna cause that. So all that's gonna put our money together. We gonna reach out to Coke, Sprite, and see who else. So I just look like that's it. You know, you get around some people that's willing to put in that grind, or you got an idea. Shit, bring it to some people. You never know who get behind it. Be like, shit, now I'm a man. In like 15 minutes, bro.
Thank you for that reaction on the morning page, though, Ronald. I just seen that pop up. I love that. It reminds me of that song "Bridge Over Troubled Water." A couple white dudes, but the song makes sense. Don't. True. Yeah, I think that y'all was saying some solid shit today.
I was giving you your roses, Molly, but your mic was out.
Yeah.
It went out again.
No, I think it's I don't know. I can't tell. It's
called
like it's
myself,
going out today. He been tapping in, trying to tap back into the joint, but I haven't been hearing him a lot. You know, but dude, I think it was good dialogue and stuff today. Good conversation. I just want stuff to go somewhere. If not, you know, I mean,
look, I like I said, I don't mind investing money into like showing people like what I'm really about. I don't mind investing my own money. I'm saying, like I said, this is something that I'm gonna do regardless.
right.
I'm gonna do it whether I gotta do it by my damn self. Like I said, I cook for families every year anyway. I cook Thanksgiving anyway. I don't want to eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is, like, I just want to see somebody else have a good day. I like to see somebody else have a good day. And that's like, I don't know, like, we can all just get together as far as like support, as far as like how we gonna get out, like where we gonna go, what we gonna, you know, what's gonna be our main theme and all that. You know, if we want to have entertainment, you know, like it's one would think it's a whole lot, but it's from about to write it down the PowerPoint. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a general idea of like my vision, because this would be the like first time that really I've been trying to do it for years, but honestly, I feel like I never had a team behind me that help me do what I want to do. But now, you know, I see that everybody's on the same page, and I can get a little true. Because that's really a dream of mine. Just to go down to one of these little homeless shelters or whatever and just feed them and like let them enjoy their day. You know, them enjoy their day, have conversations, laugh, smile, joke, whatever, and possibly help some of these people get out of this situation they in.
Mhm.
Just like another thing I wanted to do is I want to do visits at the hospital, because you have a lot of people that never been in the hospital suffering from ailments, but they don't have any visits. And I think a visit to someone brightens up their energy. It helps them want to fight for something. A lot of people in the hospital, they quote depression kills you. And then by yourself, like when I got shot, I was in the hospital on COVID. So 6 months, 90 days, a whole 90 days, 3 months, while I'm going through all these surgeries, I can't have no visits. And I'm just sitting here looking at myself laid in the bed with half my leg taken off, and I'm like, damn, what did I do for nobody to want to send a person to depression, a state of depression, unlike no other? It's ways that it's small ways that we can support the people that's out here suffering. It's small ways, but like I said, we as a team, since we want to be a team, we got to come up with some ways that we can get out here together, man, and communicate with some of these people and try and help them, and not be on no bullshit. Like, if we can help in that, if I don't have resources, I'd be looking to trying to find this out and find that out. Because guess what? You'd be surprised at how many organizations accept us as a team if we're helping. So let's say, I mean, if anybody would like,
I'm aware of my situation. I'm aware of those circles. But I'm also not about to set back anybody for me to be a part. I feel like I can play my part the way I want to be, and for me, that would be my own transportation. I don't need nobody coming on this, and I'm not a part of the metro access type area where you hopping on the train or bus or whatever to get somewhere. I'm outside of a certain zone, so I understand that I would be, in order to do anything that I can offer anything around that. If that circle needs my assistance, they know what I'm able to do. So
right
the
now,
circles that I'm talking about,
right now, this is the most important thing. This is everybody's job right now. We got to start collecting food and getting ready for this date. So that'll be everybody's. That's everybody's happy. Everybody, like, I don't. You can get food from everywhere. Let's try and gather up enough food for the side orders. Of course, we can always go to the churches and all that, trying to get turkeys. You know what I'm saying? Or people may donate turkeys. Once we get it out there that we're trying to feed the community in different, I want to go around. Let's feed some people. Let's make some plates. Pull up, feed some people, play a little music, stay out there for about half an hour, 45 minutes. Communicate with them, try to help them out or whatever, and then we go to the next spot, and then we do it until everything is gone. Do it till everything's gone. Each spot is a different turkey. So if we get 12 turkeys, that's 12 spots we hitting. Yeah, the paper plates we need one day by tomorrow. When we had this discussion tomorrow, I will have a whole blueprint of everything that needs to be done and all that. The only thing we got to do is everybody just take on a different task. But the number one task we all have is, let's go to one of these food banks. What is it? The Green Door or whatever, and try and get some of this food that they're giving away. That way we can start building up on it now and then. We can have more than 2 days. 2 days to no. Depending on if everybody know cook turkeys.
no, I cook no turkey. Is there anything else I can do? But I don't know how to cook no turkey.
No, like I can honestly cook all the fucking turkeys. I can find a way to cook all the goddamn turkeys. I'm saying you can cook 2 turkeys at one time. Especially all you gotta do is have the pop up turkey. Throw it in there. You don't
Right.
pull it out until it pops out. Nobody can mess that up. Everybody can put a turkey in their oven, and like I said, we all meet up or whatever we want to do. Meet up, and then we start from there. We say, okay, we got our little map, and this is our route we're going to take. You know what I'm saying? This is our route we're going to take. And like I said, the object, a sheet of paper, you take your individual's name down and like find out who this individual is. If everybody don't want help, an individual that want help, if you saying something good, they're gonna come up to you. Hey, they ain't gonna just say thank you. They're gonna ask you some questions. Be willing and ready to answer any kind of question. Either I can help or I can't. This is something new that we starting, but guess what? If you fucking with us, we fucking with you. We're gonna find a way for you to get shit better. You gotta give an individual a reason to want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of food. Because food ain't shit. Food ain't shit. But if you give an individual a reason to want to invest in you forward. And like I said,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with telling nobody nothing that happened in my life. Because guess what? My story may help the next person get off this crooked line and walk straight. We're gonna
It
make
will.
this shit happen, y'all.
It
And show
absolutely
y'all
will.
energy.
It absolutely will.
I'm waiting for this parts for my truck. Once I get my truck done and all that, y'all, like I said, I'm going to all these little different spots. I'm going to go uptown to Green Door. I'm going southeast to Green Door. I'm gonna start collecting little food, canned goods, and all that.
All I can say is I'm about the mission, so my ego is removed from situations where it's a team and I'm not solo trying to do something myself. My ego's removed from the situation, so I'm not caught up behind the wrong things. If there's a mission that people put into play, then I'm all for that. I'm not.
I'm not
You know,
gonna
some people.
it's not about that because the common goal is just for us to come together and get these
Right.
people right. There can be there's no need and no big eyes and ears because guess what? Okay, now when I get the food, anything that needs to be helped with, anything that hey, guess what? E, I can't do this. Can you get okay? Well, let me go take care of that. All we have to do is just communicate certain things. You know what I'm saying? Whether you say, "Oh, I think I can do this," okay, well, you couldn't do it. Okay, guess what? We just want to like everything that each and every individual has. We're gonna have a backup plan for it.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be you just doing it. Me and you gonna do this. Okay, me and him gonna do this. Me and Marty gonna do this. We're gonna have each other. We're gonna back each other up. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I would ask is that nobody get exhausted.
And I don't want it.
Because people, you know, I be seeing be down for certain things, but then when I be having a whole bunch of questions about how something's gonna go or scenarios, instead of people being realistic about things having more than one outcome, people will be so stuck on the vision. Sometimes I'm not talking to anybody specific, but I'm just talking about what I witnessed happen. And when you know the digging part, because I want everything. You know, on point, I'm gonna have a lot of questions about things.
I know for a fact you missing us. We a team. They're like we a team. There is no you can't you saying this? No, we're a team.
Yeah.
That's together.
Yeah, I would remove myself from it anyway if I wasn't able to.
There's no such thing. It's a bad idea. You just critique an idea. There's no such thing as a bad idea. We just want to sit back. If we look, guess what? I love to be critiqued. I love to be critiqued because if I'm doing something, if I'm doing one thing and I can do it better, then tell me I can do it better. I don't have no hang-ups about nothing that somebody's telling me to help me with. I don't have no hang-ups. You know what I'm saying? I don't look. I've been a boss all my life. The boss knows when something is good for the company and something is not bad. I mean, something is bad. You understand? If we're all together, then that means we come together as one and make a decision. Like I said, there is no because one person don't. Okay, let's ask him like why he has a problem with this, because it may be relevant. The way that we about to build a relation, emotions are relevant. What you're going through today is relevant, because guess what? You may be going through something, and we might have to say, look, we want you to chill for the day because you're going through something, and until we address what you're going through, you might say something that might disrupt everything.
Yeah.
But it's out of respect. It's out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I is we're thinkers. We're thinkers. We've been through some shit. We're not trying to see people go through what we've been through, and we're trying to see people do better. So all we have to do is
I see your comment, Damien.
number one mindset. That
Let me read this. Hold on, let me read this real quick. He says, "Hey Louis, no matter what, the only thing is that's required is action, and any action towards any good is good. So to question part of the team's agenda and the people that get together and collaborate, just like the politicians, we negotiate as to what's best for our people and our families." Drop the mic. Yeah. If I'm even in a space where I can't ask questions or anything like that, anyway, it's a situation I would want to remove myself from.
But that's what
If I'm not allowed to ask what I want to know about something, somebody refuses to give me clarity, or doesn't have the clarity, then it's a situation I would want to remove myself from.
The dumbest question is the one that's not asked.
Yeah.
I would, like I said, yeah, that's right. I'm like this, like I said. You got to understand like this. First of all, I don't believe in making no plan A, B, C, D, E, F, because I don't plan for failure. I don't plan for failure. What we're going to do, like I said, once we go on this agenda, like I said, I don't never want you to think that it's anything that's going on that whatever you or anybody else says does not mean nothing. A team is just that. There's no there's no well, he called the meeting today. No. This is an agreement to it's based upon agreement and understanding and communication and productivity. I understand you may, because I'm like I said, and I might be overthinking it, but I feel like you've been in a situation that like made you feel very uncomfortable because you're not getting the answers, or motherfuckers just playing you off. No, that's not what we're building. No, that's not what we're building.
No, I just get to a lot of people I realize are just they just harbor around the things that need to be said, and I'm just one of those people who say those things, wait around and see what it might be. I don't like that. I like knowing outcomes and be able to weigh my own odds so that I can put things in place that in case I don't look for failures, but in case things do happen, there's always something behind it to keep myself going on whatever it is I'm trying to go. So everything's streamlined when I get involved in something, so I can play my part for the moment until I'm able to, do what it is I want to do.
I definitely feel your energy and thing that you put yourself in, and you don't want to be strung along. I'm the same goddamn way. Because like I believe in, if we're gonna, like I said, if we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it right.
I like that comment, Damien. I seen what you said. I'm listening to you too, but I seen what Damien said too. Yeah, I'm not mad at that, Dang.
What did he say? Read it. Let me see.
Oh, he was saying, he said action. Well, he said another one. I already read that giant. He said action. No action, there's no reaction. So the principle of action is to get more people to take action. Yeah. I don't know what kind of weed you smoked this morning, but you saying that real shit, Dang.
Appreciate that, Dame Dollar, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the attitude I think we should have going into every day, man. That we don't got to do it by ourselves. We can do it together. And if there's anybody out there, definitely in our area, that want to get with, giving back to the homeless or giving out turkeys, anything. We doing it, so you can reach out and get part of the team. Trey, no, he down with everything we do. It's just up to me to go, being able to go pick his ass up sometime. But other than
But that's
that,
the part
you
about
know,
the
we got a
setback,
good team.
because we've already worked together on my side of the fence. You came, we already did some work, and you also seen how things damn near. You see how monumental it could have been, and you see how it didn't go. I ain't worried about it. Nothing's on my mind in terms of the worries at all about nothing. I just want to see how it goes around me, because come on, you know, Molly know what it is.
Yeah, we gonna get it though, man. We gonna get some shit jumping. Hey, prayers for my girl Riri. Y'all don't forget to put the prayers in the hearts in the comments for my girl Riri. Add her if you can, if y'all friends with her. Our girl Thea McFarlane. That host is resting right now, and if not, we'll give y'all an update tomorrow for Freaky Friday. Appreciate you tapping in with us again.
My pleasure, man. I'm getting like I said, I'm getting used to waking up every morning with this energy. I'm definitely getting used to waking up every morning with this energy. Like I'm loving the fact that I've met some individuals that's willing to put forth that foot to help out.
Yeah. This life ain't easy, man. A lot of people, they look to get rich. So if you looking to get rich doing any of the things we doing, this ain't the field for you. Now you rich. This ain't it for you. This something we do because we love to do, and we like to help the kids, especially the ones that's coming up behind us. We trying to educate them, show them, it's other people out here that do other things other than just your neighborhood. So if you don't want to be part of that, you can be part of the people that's trying to build the neighborhood. And it's kids that want to be part of that. I done got about 50 of them now, so we gonna be teaching the kids this December. Y'all definitely gonna be updated with everything. But if y'all got any kids out there that want to be part of what we be doing, man, just for school. But the more the better. I tell people that all the time. When it's time to move, you'll never hear nobody say, fuck that, I did this shit myself. No, they start calling around. Hey, can you help me because you need more hands? That's how it should be with business. That's how it should be with mostly everything in life, man. Call out. We try to make things easy. It's easier for 8 hands to lift a table than just 2. So we gonna get it going. You want these flyers? You gonna read these flyers off?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, y'all. This is the Great Laughs Giving Comedy Show. This is BT Comics View Lonnie Davis, which is one of our people that's been on a couple of these flyers. So I see that he's booking shows. I got a few people in attendance. Mr. Quan Williams, shout out David Funny Man Green, one of our own that you see right here. Well, you don't see his face, but he's present. We got Ali Josh Preston as well. This is a BYOB event. So as I tell y'all, when you got a chance to get your ticket in advance, get you something with that extra $5. But if you got it like that, get your ticket. It's $25 at the door. But if you reach out to anybody on this flyer, you can get information on tickets, as well as going to Eventbrite for the $20, special. We have DJ Blaze on the roster this time at this event. This is David's second show, so congratulations to David for having another show. So the Great Laughs Giving, everybody. This event is on November 21st at 8 p.m. Virginia Avenue Events, Tab 02. This is the holiday fundraiser, Clean Comedy Show. This is on Saturday, December 6th, obviously of this year. Doors open at 6:30. You got some time to mingle, walk around, get yourself something to drink or whatever before it's 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. is a showtime until 9. You have a few other people that's going to be in attendance. One of our own, Philip Page, which is a sponsor for a lot of these entities that you see for the holidays. You have Susan the Duchess, hosted by DJ B-Man, hosted by Barbie Brooks, and another event headlined by Lonnie Davis. It's $20 for the early bird special, but $25 tickets are available at the door. This is 115 North. I'm sorry. This is at 115 Northbound Street in Bel Air, Maryland. Seating is limited. Purchase your tickets today if you can, ASAP. All right, this is the pre-Thanksgiving comedy show. One of the other shows that is headlined by Lonnie Davis, so he's racking them up this year. Funny Man Green will be in attendance. Fly J Jizzle, Miss Chindle M Johnson, Ricky Boydax, Nana G, Hannah Thomas, Kiki Callie, NCL Manny, Miss Anissa Stewart, Venom and Verse, and it's going to be hosted by Howard G, which is the Kiss My Bumper guy. Saturday, November 15th is the day of the event, and the showtime starts at 8 p.m., but the doors open at 7 p.m. $25 if you don't, have the time or you're not able to do so, you can get your $30 ticket at the door. This is at Cafe 12, 5627 Riggstown Road, Maryland, in Baltimore. For tickets, you can Cash App or Zelle to number 410-808-5805, or you can reach out to Howard G's Cash App, which both of the numbers are linked to the same source. So. All right, this is Street Lines, No Child Left Without a Toy, second annual drive. Not the first one with the second one, so I'm hoping to keep seeing this go up throughout the years for the holidays. If you have time or money, please do send a donation. What they're asking for is new or gently used unwrapped toys, crafts, books, and games suitable from newborn to 16. They're asking that you please do not donate to the left. The Colony House at 930 Fairgott Street Northwest is where you can reach out to, or Ricky Bryant at 202-258-2174. There's also a QR code for you to be able to scan and get direct information on how to donate. So from now, which is November 13th until December 13th, you have 1 month straight to donate your toys and help out with this cause. Sponsored by below. All right, that must be the end of the flies.
Yeah, that's the end.
That part.
That tomorrow for Freaky Friday.
I gotta work tomorrow, so I'll try to jump in, but I won't be able to be on.
That's cool.
Unless I get them earphones from the store, but whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. Get that money, brother. Go get that money.
I'm gonna try. No, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna go get it. It's there.
Hey, I need y'all to if y'all know anybody that need work done to their house or whatever, I need y'all to let me know. Cause I definitely pick up people to I definitely pick people up, man, so they can make them some money.
Okay.
Definitely got you, huh?
I like that. Big business.
I'm
I'm all for that.
I said we I promise y'all. Like I said, within 6 months, we having the same conversation talking about. I remember we started this little team. We just need a little name for our team, and then we good.
All right, man. It hit you 2 years later, but it finally hit you, man. It's starting to hit everybody, man. I've been waiting, man. I've been waiting everybody to get on board, man. Same page. It's hard to do it by yourself. I done did it all, man. I've been at travel, LA, been with the stars and all that, but it's boring when it ain't with the people you know and you love. You know, I'm out there with strangers and stuff like that. It's okay, you know, but I want to build something here from my city where I grew up at. You know, it's easy to go out of town and live a lifestyle. People don't really know you, so they don't judge you as much. But I want to do something here. You know, I want to build something here. Why DC can't be the spot? Why we always got to go to Atlanta? Why we got to go to LA? You know, why we always got to go out of town to become something in New York? Nah, become you here. And when you become, you stay here. Fuck that. You know, let's draw some people to our city. That's what I'm working on. So I'm going to need my people here from the city, you know.
Mm-hmm. I need y'all to know this. I need y'all to know one thing, right? A lot of doors about to open. Mm-hmm. A whole lot of doors about to open.
All you gotta do is believe it. It'll come to you.
Yeah, hey, guess what? As I said, when you realize something and then you understand it and you believe in it, like I believe in y'all. I believe, and I ain't seen y'all do whatever, but I believe in y'all because something tells me y'all energy is pointing in the right direction. As I said, this is not my original idea. This is Marley's idea.
That's
You gonna make it happen?
Yeah, Marley gave me this idea like 2 years ago, but you gave it to me in the gambling sense. Remember, you was like, start a pool, everybody throw some money in. And once a month or whatever, everybody get X amount of money to pay what their bills and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, damn, well, if we can do that with the, if we can do that with gambling, then or paying bills, then we can do that with a business. We can all come up with different business ideas, and we can invest into each other.
I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Holla at y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, that's how millionaires and billionaires get together. That's why I said when I first said something, I said, no, we're going to create our own think tank.